Hello and welcome back to your favorite spoken English channel. This is Spoken English. In this video, I'll include all the points related to this language, all aspects that is required in order to learn this language. I'll also discuss why is it important and what ways it can be learned and what are the common challenges that you're going to face while learning this, and complete overview as a series. Remember that it can be the first video of the upcoming series that I'm about to bring into this YouTube channel. Firstly, I'll have a common discussion upon why is it important in order to learn this language. Let's see, seeing this hello and welcome back to your favorite spoken English channel. This is Spoken English. In this video, I'll illustrate the importance of English language along with the necessity of learning it and what are the actual ways, what are the plan of actions that you should begin with in order to learn this language completely. You will also know the common challenges that you're going to face while learning this. You will also know the overview of complete series that I'm about to bring upon this YouTube channel. Remember that learning any language does not mean gaining knowledge. There's a complete difference between that. If you're learning a language, it simply means you're just about to set a bridge between understanding. Remember, in each language there is a Welcome back to your favorite Spoken English channel. This is Spoken English. In this video, I'll illustrate the importance of English language along with the complete set of steps that you should take in order to proceed further. And I'll also illustrate the common challenges that you are about to face while learning this language, and as a complete overview, I'll represent in this video. Remember, this video can be large since I'm illustrating all the important points in one video only. First of all, we'll discuss the importance of English language and what is the actual reason you should be learning it. After accumulation of complete knowledge of English, what are the ways, what are the set of opportunities, growth that you can expect after learning it. I'll start with the importance of this language. First of all, it's a global language. Remember that if you're learning a particular language, you're not just learning that language. Along with this, the complete set of literature, that background of that, everything comes to you. Remember, if you're good at Hindi, it means the complete literature of Hindi, including Ramdhari Singh Dirkar, Ravindranath Tagore, and everyone who has contributed themselves, their knowledge into that particular, in that particular language, you will get complete advantage of that. You get a broader perspective. You may have conversation with a person who is not from your country. You may have a conversation with anyone who is not in your continent. So complete understanding, it gives you a global perspective, not just language wise, but it also helps you to understand this world once you understand that. Second one is professional advantage as well. Remember, since you're seeing that world is going towards a particular trend that it follows just one language, one world, one language. So most of professional opportunities are going to open doors only if you're good at this language. I'm not saying all of the opportunities are open for you only just because you've learned a particular language. It's not that. Your skills matters, your understanding matters, your knowledge matters, the way how you do any action, that matters. But just because you get a perspective of this language, you have a broader understanding of something, you will find it easy in order to explain something to someone just because you're good at this. So it gives you a really broader perspective in your professional area as well. Next, if we'll talk about, then you will also have your personal growth. Learning a language, how does it give personal growth? It's something like that. See, first of all, you will make much understanding from people. You will have more connections just because you learn this. Remember, if you are about to make friends from who don't belong to your locality or from your state, then it's the only way to interact. Since the person who is in Tamil Nadu, they'll prefer Tamil. The person who is in Gujarat, they'll prefer Gujarati. So this way, it's really hard for anyone to exchange their words, to exchange their thoughts. That's where English helps a lot. You may have a conversation with any state, person who is living in any state, the person who is living in any country, the person who is living in any continent of the world. That's how this broader perspective not only enhances your professional level but also helps at your personal level as well. Remember that it may also help you in building confidence. Just because you learn a particular language, you have complete position upon that, complete understanding of that. It helps you to know much and much about that, and once you gain a knowledge upon in any area, it helps you to build confidence. It helps you to raise your hand at the time when you walk, just because you're good at something. Skill is equal to confidence. Once you're confident, it means you're good at something. It's that simple. So it was why English is important. It was the first base of that. Now upon that base, I'm about to make harder base. What I mean to say is, once you will start learning this language, what are the challenges that you're going to face meanwhile when you'll be learning this language? See, pronunciation is the first step where you will feel that it's something monstrous, it's something beastful. So in any language, pronunciation matters a lot. Just because you pronounce something in different way, it means different way as well. The same thing happens in this language as well. If a small mispronunciation, and it will convert the meaning into something else. So pronunciation is the first step where you will feel a problem, you will feel a challenge, but inside this pronunciation there are 3 to 4 topics where you will be forced to work hard if you want to gain complete accumulation, complete understanding of this language. So the first one is accent. The accent depends on the regional language and the particular language that you speak. You might have heard someone living in a locality, but if they learn another language, the another language even gets heard like their own language. For example, if a person from a particular place who is speaking English starts learning Hindi, then at the time when he will be speaking Hindi, it will feel like he is speaking English. So that's called accent. For example, I can state the statement "Tum kahan ja rahe ho" in this way, that "Tum kahan ja rahe ho," just because his complete word, his mouth, his structure, everything is structured in such way. He has so much of practice of this language. Since from childhood, he is learning just one particular language, particular words. So just change of language gives a lot of challenge in pronunciation. And inside pronunciation, the first one is accent, where you need to work upon it. Second one is phonetics. Phonetics is the way of pronouncing something. And third one is you have to see if you are doing any mispronunciation or not. So it is the first challenge that you're going to face while learning English. Second one is vocabulary. Vocabulary is a set of words that you need to build in order to speak anything. Remember that English is nothing more than a bunch of words. There's nothing more. They are structured in such way that they be able to make sense. They are structured in such way that they make sentences, and the creation of sentences is what we call syntax. And this sentence creation structure helps you to build tougher and tougher, most complicated sentences as well. So you're going to face the problem in vocabulary as well. Along with this, inside vocabulary, we will face problem of remembering words. Just because that word does not come across in your ear every time, you will find it harder for you to remember it for very long. Just because you don't hear it very often, it won't stay in your mind for very long. If you hear a particular word very often, then it will remain in your mind forever. So forgetting vocabularies is the first problem that you're going to see inside vocabulary. And the second one is impact of context. Remember, if you put a word in a different context, the complete meaning gets changed. For example, you might see a paper where a person is supposed to write his gender. Now some people write it sex, okay, S-E-X. Now the person who is not completely literate in this language might write something else. They will end up writing something else, which is inappropriate as well. So the word meaning is completely different as per the context. So this is where you're going to face the problem. It was the second problem. First one was pronunciation, second was vocabulary, and third one that you're going to face is the fluency. Remember that if you speak something very quickly, that's what we call fluency. Stating this statement in such way that people absorb it, they understand it, but still you don't give a gap of, that boring gap like if you leave that gap, if you completely get rid of it, then this is what we call fluency. And speaking in such way that you're really quick while saying anything, that's what we call fluency. Now inside the fluency, there's certain steps where you're going to find the problem. The first one is hesitation and pauses. Remember, at the time of speaking, you might lack a word, and at point of time you'll feel that you have just lost the rhythm, you have just lost the flow, you have just lost the energy where you were going. And just because the loss of one word, you will have complete gap of understanding. Imagine if you're talking about Nelson Mandela and you want to talk about, if you will talk about Nelson Mandela, it's simple that you will talk about discrimination, because that's where his name comes. So if you are about to talk about Nelson Mandela and you forgot the word discrimination, then what would you speak? You will speak about his journey, and inside the journey 100 times this word is about to arrive. So how would you state it? So just because you forget one particular word, you will just lose the flow, the rhythm of speaking. So that's where you're going to face the problem. Second problem that you're going to face inside the fluency is that fear of making mistakes. Just because, see, if you're speaking, it means people are listening to you. It might be possible that there's a possibility. Just because if I'm speaking here for approximately 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 11 minutes, that it's completely normal to make mistakes. And just because if you made mistake and you just got complete quick awareness that you just did a mistake, it will trigger your brain that, oh, you just did something really ridiculous, and this will cause loss of thought. This will cause a sudden loss of thought, and you will complete destroy the flow on what you were speaking. Just because and that will complete, give you constant notification that you are doing mistakes constantly, but you're not doing it. This will create a set of problems in your conversation, whether you're speaking in front of camera, in front of people, or in a group, or even to individual. So these are the basics of English, that why is it important and what are the common challenges that you might face if you are learning it. In further videos, I'll discuss some of the points like detailed breakdown of all these problems and how do we tackle them. In order to tackle, what are the set of steps that we should take in order to get rid of it. We will also discuss and we will have complete focus on pronunciation. We'll have discussion about intonations. We'll discuss about vocabulary, and every problem that I've discussed in particular video, I will carry it forward, and I'll find as many tips as possible in order to get rid of it. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching this video. Wish you a good day.